Welcome back to At Home with Sonja. If you are ready to shake off the early spring logic and lean into that lush, organic, everyday elegance of late spring, you are in the right place. Today, I'm kicking off a brand new series all about creating timeless, everyday home decor that transitions beautifully into summer. We are doing a massive kitchen and family room decorate with me, and I'm taking you along as I style my seriously pin-worthy high-end looks, like a perfect Pottery Barn Joshua vase dupe and that trendy scalloped marble look, all using budget-friendly finds from the thrift store and some easy DIYs. If you love warm, inviting, and affordable home styling, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our at-home community. Let's get decorating. As always, I find the best way to approach styling a room is to start with a completely clean slate. I have removed everything from the counters except the heavy items that always stay, like the small appliances. For me, the kitchen island is always the logical starting point. It's the heart of the kitchen and really sets the tone for the rest of the space. My goal this season was to keep things feeling airy and simple without the clutter, but still having a styled, purposeful aesthetic. To begin, I'm adding the gorgeous large vase. I've actually picked this specific vase up at HomeSense for around $35, but it didn't look like this. It had a little makeover inspired by the high-end Joshua vase from Pottery Barn, which costs hundreds of dollars. If you missed that DIY transition, I've linked it for you in the corner. I wanted that specific texture, organic look. To it, I'm adding probably one of my favorite floral arrangements I've created this whole spring season. It's an assortment of lovely willow stems. Here is a helpful tip for sourcing greenery. You do not need to spend a fortune on stems. These are a mix of stems from Dollar Store and from Temu, and I love finding affordable, beautiful stems because it allows me to switch them out often without breaking the budget. Beside the vase, I'm adding another one of my favorite DIY projects. This was originally a thrifted wooden bowl, and can you believe it? It was actually crate and barrel piece. I think I paid around $7 for it. I turned it into a massive multi-wick candle and it fits this space perfectly. Remember, kitchen islands are meant to be functional. I always style with the future in mind. This entire vignette is only 2 large pieces, making it incredibly simple to remove if I suddenly need to use the whole island surface for meal prep. Usually I head right into the coffee station, but today I wanted to move from the island to the backdrop area next. This area often gets overlooked, but it's a great place to add character. To the right of the stove, I'm layering this wonderful find from a yard sale. It's a wooden riser or charcuterie board, which I picked up for just $1. It also originally came from Pottery Barn, so that was a huge score. I love layering different textures on the white counter. Next, I'm adding a vintage landscape print that I also thrifted, along with some salt and pepper mills that were thrift find as well. I'm also tucking in a mortar and pestle for functional texture, and then adding a little concrete pot with boxwood stems from Dollarama for pop of life. To the opposite side of the stove, I'm leaning into that warm wood aesthetic by bringing in a collection of thrifted wooden cutting boards. I'm layering them alongside these wooden bowls that I've stacked inside each other. To fill the top bowl, I'm adding these beautiful fall artichokes that I got from Temu this year. They are such a unique way to introduce green foliage into a kitchen. To add a bit more height and another piece of warm wood, I'm using a DIY riser I made and stained with beautiful cedar stain. I've added another one of those concrete pots with green stems in it and this parsley container that was a yard sale find. And finally, to the corner, just to balance the back wall, I'm adding a simple glass vase with a single boxwood stem in it. And here is how everything looks all put together on the back wall of the kitchen. I'm obsessed with all these textures and the perfect balance of green and warmwood accents against the white backsplash and counters. It feels organic and makes the entire kitchen feel immediately warmer and more welcoming. Now we are moving on to the coffee station. This season I've actually pivoted away from styling it purely as functional coffee station, and I'm moving towards a more all-purpose styling approach. I have these two floating shelves that I love to style for the seasons. I'm starting on a lower shelf with an assortment of little small vases. Again, a beautiful mix of thrifted items and pieces from home scents. I love how they group together. To the opposite side, I'm adding another thrifted pine vase that I gave a makeover and filling it with these striking blueberry stems from Temu. And moving to the upper shelves, I'm adding another vase with some asparagus stems that also came from Temu. I did share a huge haul over on here on this channel as well as my DIY channel. And to balance the opposite side, I'm doing one of my favorite styling tricks, stacking books. If you're like me and love the look of expensive stylish coffee table books but hate the $40 to $50 price tag per book, you have to try this. These are actually incredibly affordable book boxes that I got from Temu, and I paid $9.99 for the set, and it gives you that designer look without that designer price tag. To finish the look, I'm adding a picture frame, which was another thrift find featuring a wedding scene. It feels very appropriate and light for the spring season. And that completes my floating shelf styling in the kitchen. I love the way it turned out. It's not overly crowded, but it has tons of personality and textures that really tied the entire room together. I'm so thrilled with how this kitchen turned out. It feels perfectly transitional for the late spring, and it's a look that easily transitions into summer. Before we move on into the family room, I want to ask you, which room are you most excited to style right now? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing to At Home with Sonja. I have a whole lot more coming in this series. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you are getting tons of ideas. And now that the kitchen is complete, let's move into my family room. Moving into the family room, I've actually kept my couches style from the previous season. The goal of this late spring series is timeless everyday styling, so I don't feel the need to reinvent the wheel in every spot. I love how this setup looks. I have an assortment of textures from cozy Sherpa pillows to classic gingham style and linen strap pillows. I've also added 2 different textures blanket just to complete the look. We are going to start at the coffee table. I'm bringing in another DIY vase with some beautiful green leaf stems from Temu that I got last year. I'm pairing that with a yard sale fine vase, which I believe was only 50 cents. and adding some more of those boxwood stems just to carry the greenery from the kitchen and tie the two rooms together cohesively. Beside that, I am adding a trending item, this stunning scallop tray. I was playing around with the different items I wanted to put in here, but I finally settled on some marble coasters, which were a thrift find, and a China-series little vase and another thrift find. And next, I added my DIY crystal candle. I actually shared this project previously as a high-end anthropology dupe. I love this DIY candle, but I recently noticed the Dollar Tree actually carries a very similar glass dish for candles. If you can get your hands on one of those, it would definitely be a cheaper route than the one I took, since I had to spend money on the dish and then the wax separate. Beside that, I added a wooden knot. This was another thrift find that I gave a quick DIY makeover. If you want to see any of my DIY decor, which I do use a lot throughout my home, you can always head on over to my dedicated DIY channel where I share dollar store DIYs and thrift store makeovers weekly. I'll link it in the description. And here's another little tip to make your room feel finished. Instead of having a big black square for your TV, I always add a YouTube channel from a spring vintage screensaver or digital art. It looks so elegant and ties into the decor. And here is how the coffee table looks now. I think it looks absolutely stunning. Moving on, we are now getting to my large round side table that always has a lamp on it. And I'm adding one of my favorite Pottery Barn dupe, another one of my favorite Pottery Barn dupe vases. To it, I'm adding these stems. These are faux stems, and they have such a lovely natural texture to them. They're made out of felt. I picked these specifically ones up this year at Dollarama. Then the middle of the side table, I am stacking some of my thrifted books. And also I'm adding a scallop bowl that came from Temu and just a simple soy candle that came from HomeSense with a candle snuffer from Dollar Tree. And that completes my side table styling. I am completely in love with how my home feels right now. It feels so open, cozy, and airy. It's perfect for spring, but remember this entire approach is good for everyday decor. This is timeless home styling that you can enjoy all year round if you don't like consistently swapping things for the seasons. Thank you so much for joining me for my kitchen and family room decorate with me. I've shared a ton of tips and resources with you today. Which high-end dupe did you like best? The Joshua vase, the scallop tray, or the book boxes? Tell me in the comments. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of my late spring series. I'm Sonja, and I will see you next time at Home with Sonja.